how to save enough to get through your golden years. Funding Our Future is a group we feature each week only on Yahoo Finance that advocates for a secure retirement for all Americans. BlackRock is a partner with that organization. And here with us now is Ann Ackerley. She's the head of BlackRock's U.S. and Canada Defined Contribution Group. Actually, I think you're the head of the retirement business overall, right?
Yes, I am.
Yes, that's your new title. Ann, it's good to see you. Thanks for coming in.
Thanks for having me.
So when you are looking at this challenge, right, for people to fund their future, to prepare for retirement, what do you think is the biggest challenge for individuals when they're facing this huge cliff? I guess is too scary a word to use when they're facing retirement.
I mean, that's, part of it, right? It's so far out there. And yet what you really need to be doing, particularly right as you come into the workforce, is save. And the sooner you can start save, the sooner you can take advantage of compounding. In the United States, one of the things that's happened over the last, 20, 30 years is we used to give people pension plans. And now we've moved to defined contribution. And we've said, here, you're kind of in charge of your own retirement. Go figure it out. And so that's what we need to be helping people with.
And we've talked about this before. And I think right before 2000, there was still about 58% of the population had a traditional pension. Today, it's like 9%.
Yeah.
So going forward, we've got a 401k. We're fortunate here. But we could lose all of that. I mean, it's risk. We have to figure out the investment strategy. But one of the things you're talking about is doing things cheaper, simpler, and guaranteed. Almost like creating your own pension. And the word that scares everybody is annuities. But that's what's coming down the pike. That one day I might have through my Fidelity or my Vanguard or my BlackRock, whatever the offering is, I could start funding an annuity-type self-pension.
Sure.
When are we going to get that?
So up until now, really what's happened is you have a 401k, which is great. But basically, when you retire, you have this lump sum, and we sort of say, hey, go figure it out. Figure out how you can give yourself, in effect, a paycheck for life. You don't know how long you're going to live. You don't know what your expenses are going to be. And, William Sharpe, the Nobel laureate, has said that that is the nastiest, toughest problem in finance. And yet we have annuities. And in fact, though, they're not really used that much in 401ks. So what we'd like to do at BlackRock is take a three-pronged approach to it. We'd like to give you an investment that can help you save. We'd like to embed an annuity, give you some guaranteed income. And we want to wrap it with some technology to really help get you to start thinking about how do you take that nest egg and convert it into income.
Are we talking about the kind of thing, though, where if I'm doing a paycheck-by-paycheck contribution to my 401k investment options, that I could also split some of that into the guaranteed annuity? I'm going to call it the annuity option. We're
going to do it all for you. So you've heard of target dates. They're age-based, asset-allocated funds. We're going to put the annuity into that in part. And so, in fact, you make one investment, and you'll get some liquid assets and the annuity. Doing it all for you. You started off with, we need to make this simple, easy, and cheap for people. It's already complicated enough.
Are there any kind of rules of thumb that you typically, advise for clients and people trying to save? I'm sure, everyone has a different situation, different income levels, different spending habits. But are there certain percentages that you usually advise allocating?
Well, as you say, everybody's got a different circumstance. And if I put a number out there, probably most people are not at that number. In today's environment, a young person probably should be saving about 15% of their paycheck combined with their employer contributions. If returns start to go down, that number is going to go up. But my advice is don't let that big number put you off. Save, 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 start small, and get the impact of compounding.
Right, Ann, thanks for coming in. We hope to see you back here soon when we have more to talk about with retirement, which we always do. Ann Ackerley,
thank you very
BlackRock.
much.
Appreciate it.
Hey, investors, Zach Guzman here. Are you interested in learning more about the markets and getting the latest financial news? Well, then click right here to subscribe to our Yahoo Finance YouTube channel. Get the latest up-to-the-minute market analysis, big interviews in the world of finance, and information on how to manage your money every day wherever you are.